Yo guys, what is up? What is good? So guess what? I got my hands on the OnePlus 2 and we're going to take a super quick look at it. Actually, it's not even going to be that quick. I think the video is going to be a little bit longer. And we're pretty much going to see how it holds up in 2018. Now, before I get any further, before I get a little bit further than myself, right? We are still doing the Xbox One giveaway on this channel. In order to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and add me on all the social networks. All the links are in the description. I plan on choosing a winner like end of March, early April, so you still have a ton of time to enter. Keep it locked down on Twitter though. I will have updates on the giveaway and stuff like that. Now, looking around the body of the OnePlus 2, I actually like it a lot. The front actually reminds me of an iPhone. The button doesn't press down. It's kind of like the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus and the 8 and 8 Plus obviously, where it's basically just like a fake button, but you don't press it down all the way. And there's also a fingerprint sensor within that home button. There's capacitive buttons around the home button as well. Now, the back is sandstone, and that was kind of one of the most distinguishing factors of the first couple OnePlus phones. And it's super cool. I like it a lot. The camera is also on the back, and the weird thing is the headphone jack is up top, and I don't really like it up there, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't want to get my opinions all mixed up with your opinion, so I'm just gonna leave it right there. You also have a ring slider switch on the left and a USB-C port on the bottom, so super cool. They kind of future-proof that phone by having USB-C, so that's super cool. Now, turning on the 5.5-inch 1080p IPS panel, you have Android 6.0.1, which isn't extremely old, honestly, but it's about 2 years behind in updates, so it's kind of sad. But honestly, there's really no major apps that can't support Android 6.0.1, so pretty much everything I can do on Android 8 I can do on this phone. But all the security and stuff, you kind of have to keep that in mind. This phone hasn't had updates in a while. Overall performance is actually super surprising. I honestly thought this phone was going to be slow because it's kind of old, but literally not at all. Even when I first just booted it up and went through and slid through the screens and stuff like that, dude, this thing just flies. Now, so it is running Oxygen OS, so it's stock Android but with added features, and it's OnePlus's own version of Android. I still think CyanogenMod is still better, but I mean, there's tons of features in this version of Android, including a double tap to wake. You can customize the front buttons, the capacitive buttons to, do different things, and you can even toggle on and off on-screen buttons. Me personally, I like having the buttons off the screen, but whatever have you, Now, secondly, compared to my Nexus 6P, which I thought my Nexus 6P was going to be amazingly fast, and it really wasn't. It's actually much smoother. It's not the fastest phone out there, I'm not gonna lie, but it's definitely enough to keep me at ease from upgrading if I had this phone. The specific model I have is the 4GB version, which comes with 64GB of memory. It has an octa-core processor, and this thing has speed still. Multitasking between heavier apps is not a problem. Even the fingerprint sensor is super fast. Literally everything about this phone is just super fast. And the funny thing is the fingerprint sensor, literally once you put your finger down, it just brings you straight into the home screen. You can't even see your notifications. So to some that's a good thing, to others that's a bad thing, but to me, I think it's super awesome. Gaming is also pretty good. I'm not the one to game on my phone and stuff, but I never really noticed any glitched frames. There's the low intensity games obviously are perfect, Tilt Arena, Pew Pew, Temple Run, all those games will run perfectly fine. But heavier intensive games also run fine, and even multitasking between them, because this thing has 4 gigs of RAM, is fine as well. The only problem here though is that the phone does heat up a little bit, which honestly, if you're really contemplating that, it's not a big deal for me, and it's not going to stop me from keeping this phone. But one thing that's going to make a lot of people mad is the camera on the back. It's 13 megapixels, which sounds pretty good, right? The front is 5 megapixels, and honestly, they're okay. I thought the back camera would be a little bit better, honestly, but I mean, the best way I can put it is it's not that bad. It is a camera, it'll take the good shots and whatever. It has optical image stabilization, laser autofocus, dual LED flash, and all that stuff, but it's a decent camera. But I mean, compared to what we have now, it's definitely not up to par. The videos are okay as well. I mean, I won't be shooting YouTube videos on it or anything, but it'll get the job done if you're not a professional or anything. And I mean, overall, I would probably rate the camera 7.5 out of 10. The front camera is super choppy for some reason. I mean, I don't know why. I've had tons of Androids, old Androids that did this, and I guess they haven't fixed the problem yet. Switching to battery life, it's actually pretty decent. It has a 3300 mAh battery. It'll definitely get you through a day of usage, maybe more if you're a little bit conservative with it. But overall, like I said, it's not bad. I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about here. I don't know how people go on and on talking about battery life. How do you even do that? My only gripe though is that I'm not sure if my phone is the problem or if this is just a OnePlus 2 problem overall, but it takes forever to charge. So with that, I mean, overall, I'd probably rate the battery an 8 out of 10. So to sum up, if you've been looking for a phone that's easy to root and flash a ROM on and all that stuff, I would highly recommend this phone. It's a super dope phone. If camera quality is super important to you, then you should probably stay away from this one. But I can't really find that much to complain about, Maybe the fact that the headphone jack is up front, and it's not at the bottom. But other than that, it's really hard to find stuff to complain about this phone about. And guys, that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave them down in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer them, but definitely hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. I'll leave links in the description if I find a OnePlus 2. If I can, I'll probably just link a OnePlus 3 down in the description or something like that. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.